Ah, it was the camera was pointing the other way. Yo, we're live. You know what? Every time I go live, I do something wrong in the settings. So let's see if today I did it right. But anyways, I'm making a size 11 ring from this highly cleaned 1945 Walking Liberty $50. It's been cleaned, which is good. This is what you want to do to clean coins. Once they're clean, they lose uh, their value for the most part. They just have their silver value. So might as well make a ring out of it. It's got a decent reed to it. As you can see. What's up, Dr. Phil? Dr. Phil, can you tell if I'm live or if I'm private? Because for some reason, the last bunch of my videos have been private until I realized afterwards. But I can't tell from here. I don't know how to tell. I am live. Okay, cool. Thank you. So this is for dude named Brandon. We've done several rings. Thank you, Randy. We've done several rings already for him. And he actually just did, this is pretty stunning. I'll show you what we just made for him. Made him a coin jar from some Cuban silver dollars. So this was a recent piece, and he's got all his ring pieces and all the centers from his rings are in there. And there's the inside of it. Pretty cool piece. So he has a bunch of coins to go with it for rings. So we already did one of these. You might have seen the video for that. I'm gonna make another one of those for him. But we're doing the other side outward. So he has one with heads out, one with tails out. And then we're gonna use one of these to make a ring. We'll pop it out of here so you can see the detail. But today we're just doing the Walking Liberty first. We'll see how it goes, and then we might get into one of these other ones. So this will be the side that we're gonna display on the ring. So that'll be very cool. Driving home, Dr. Phil's driving home. Driving home. Where are you driving home from, though? That's the question. And the bottom of that coin jar was the center of this coin. Focus. So I just made a little keychain out of it. Tractor Supply. I wish I lived somewhere where I needed a tractor. I'd love to live on a land where I needed a tractor. All right. This coin is highly cleaned. Somebody really took the time to clean this thing. Almost too clean. Let's punch holes in stuff and make noise. So, heads out. Sorry, my chair is squeaky. I'm going heads out. So we'll punch a smaller hole. Building a chicken coop. So, thinking a 1/2 inch 1/2 inch is a good size punch for this project. Plop her in there. Cover your ear holes if you got some kind of ear device in, because this gets loud. This can be loud. It's like ba-boom. Looks good. Oh, need to put this in there first. All right, there is our center. And that'll go into the coin jar, so I don't forget to send it back, because all the centers are going back, and he's going to make something with that. All right. So that's what we got left. Let's go ahead and, you see that white and the hole I just punched? The white is basically where it kind of snapped away. So we're going to clean that out, make it nice and shiny, so that when we get to our next spot, we don't get any splits, cracks, or weirdness of any sorts. We don't want any weirdness of any sorts happening to this thing. Do this. Do a little sandpaper action. You see, we just basically got rid of most of the nastiness. Now it's just kind of, you get rid of any kind of small fractures, small cracks. I got Ruby hair all over me. Little Ruby baby jumping on my chest. Ruby's our dog, by the way. Ruby's a puppy. Just in case there's some confusion there. I have my phone duct taped to a stand because it doesn't fit on it. So it's kind of weird because half my screen's duct taped. A little steel wool. We got, we're at this point pretty close. That cut hole, I want that nice and clean, because that's the part that's going to get stretched and manipulated the most. You can see why a clean coin is good for this you know, for ring making, because I'm basically cleaning it quite a bit throughout the process anyways, and I have to clean it at the end. So using a clean coin works great. So if anybody out there is like, hey, I want to get a Morgan Dollar coin ring, but Morgan Dollars are pretty expensive. You can always ask your coin dealer for one that's been cleaned, and they sell those a lot cheaper because people don't pay extra for them when they're cleaned. So we're gonna go over here to the machine. Drink a little coffee here. We're gonna start folding this thing up. I need to heat it up before we beat it up. So we're gonna use a little fire. Watched the Beavis and Butthead last night. The new movie. Talk about it's like they never missed a beat. Same stupid jokes, same comedy. It was hilarious. Got a good kick out of it. So now you can see that shiny, clean coin is now nice and dark. Hit it with some water and rock on. Dry it off real quick. So I'm going to put it in here tail side up. And stick a cone in here. Go to my next die. Turn it over and finish it with this guy. Just slid right into place. You see that? Just fell right in there. Like it wanted to be there. All right. So we have done this. As you can see, we've done this. So now I always just check the cut side that we were polishing to make it look nice. We were more doing that just to kind of make sure there are no fractures, because this is where splitting and cracking could occur. So I'm just going to check it out, make sure it looks good. I'm going to do a little sanding on it, because right here there's a little spot that could become a problem when we stretch it. So at this point I just want to make this, I want 0 fractures or any kind of lines that look like they could become an issue. We're gonna sand those off so that will not be an issue at all. It'll be a non-issue is what I call it. We like non-issues in the shop. Let me see if I can point out what I mean. Some of these spots on the front, like right here where the robe is very shallow in the coin detail, that transfers into a spot that could become an issue. It's really hard to spot on camera, but it's right where my finger is. You can almost see that little nick. That's just where the low part of the coin kind of meets the edge. And during stretching, those become issues. You can almost see one at the top where my thumb is, right there. And that is where her armpit ends. So it's another shallow spot, high spot to low spot. And those become issues. So we're just going to make them non-issue-y. We try to have no issues. And I'm going to basically repeat the process that we did to the center before. Sand it, hit it with some 2000 grit sandpaper, and then steel wool. Looks like that did the trick. Looks a lot better. Spots are taken care of. I basically went at an angle this way around the edge just to kind of clip that edge off, because that's gonna, it's taking a tiny bit of detail off this little piece right here, but you want to do that anyways. You want to make it uniform to this side, because this side has a little bit like that as well. So we're going to stretch it next. I'm going to heat it up right before that. Make it ready to bend. Ready to stretch, and then ready to bend, and ready to make an awesome ring. So let's see here. What can I lose on this table from this stretcher? I'm going to move a few things out of the way. This stretcher is violent. It can be violent. With pure silver, it's awesome. No violence whatsoever. Get that 90% stuff. Things get crazy. All right. So let's move the coffee, the water, and whatever this little device is over here. Move those. Let's get violent. Gonna use this. Gonna use it. It's getting used. Prepare to be used. What do we lose? Tool. Towels. Gloves just went. What's next? All right, let's see how stretched out we are. check the hole, make sure there's no fractures beginning. Still got a lot of stretching to do. Lots of stretching. We do have to stretch this a lot, don't we? All right. Let's keep going. Let's check our cut, make sure we're still good. Doesn't look like we're getting any fracture lines. So I'm going to heat this up again, make it a little easier to stretch. Because we're going to basically stretch it as far as we can on the stretcher. And that's going to put us real close to our size that we want to go with. So at that point, we just need to shape the outside. Make sure our sizing is right. Love that sound. Yeah, we only lost half the table there. Half the stuff on the table just fell off. Let's see what else we could lose. Let's lose the rest of it. All right, that's probably good. We're sitting at 13 right now. She's pretty stretched. So now we can take her to the Swedish wrap. Wicka wicka. I'm rapping in Swedish. I don't know how Swedes rap. Is it like, is that where Bjork's from? She's from Iceland. She's not a rapper though. I don't know. Let's go ahead and move everything back. We're done with the stretcher, hopefully. And let's go ahead and wrap this thing up with some tape on the old leg. Use the Swedish a day. This is from Sweden. See where that put us. Probably didn't shrink it too much. Where the heck did I put it? Put it down a tad bit. So let's just see that. Let's just put it down a little bit more in the Swedish a day. It's from Sweden. think that'll be good. So look at that. That's where we're at. So you can kind of see the detail coming through. This is 90% silver. This is a 45 half dollar. 1945 US half dollar. Oops, where'd that put us size-wise? So we're sitting close to a 12 with the tape off of here. So we're close. We're just going to use this last die. Let's go ahead and give this a new wrap too. Old wrap is done. When I was downtown Portland, I heard the funniest thing. This dude got in a fight with a bunch of people, and he started yelling at him, "New Portland is weak." Like, nailed it. You nailed it, buddy. So actually we're sitting a little higher than I thought. We're sitting at like 12 and a half. And it looks like we got some concave action going on here where it's not a straight like I want. It's more whoop, like a little bit of a whoop, whoop. So we're gonna put it back in this feedish die for a second after we wrap it back up. I just do that on my lap because it's easier. And I'm wearing black shorts so I can see if there's any kind of metals or anything that could get wrapped up in this plastic Teflon tape that could, I guess it's nylon. Nylon? Teflon? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It turns like plasticky. It turns all plasticky when I'm done with it. So we're going to press it down just a little bit more. Not much. Just give it a little, like a boop. Maybe a boop. See how much damage we did. All right, we're still good. I'm gonna wrap a little more. Protect thy detail. That's what they say. Protect thy detail. This is protecting the detail of the coin because we're pressing down quite hard on this metal. So let's see how far we got to press this down. I believe in this die we have to go all the way to an 11, but we'll just go as far. Take it slow. Take it nice and easy, folks. We'll go boop. Rotate a little bit and go like boop. See where that put us. So now the smaller side is at about a 10. Our end goal's an 11. But there's some reed in there we're going to remove. So let's see how far we can push that down. Down to there. So on this side, we're going to do the same, which isn't very far. Maybe half a push. Now there we go. Boop, boop, boop. Now let's see if our shape is good. If our shape is good, then we are good. Our shape is good. Got the right shape. So we got the right shape, but we're off the whole size, which is easy. That's what we want to be. We want to be off the size because look at that. This reeded part is going to get removed. Right now. That's about a whole size. That's a size in itself, y'all. Come down to the old metal scrap drawer. And you can see we're just going to be making some of this. Making a little bit of this action. This is all 90% to 999%. So I just kind of, I keep it in jars. I got all these skulls that I have that I fill up. So we're gonna hit this, and you can see what we're taking off there because now it's shiny. We're just hitting that little reed there, making it comfortable for the customer. Because if you don't remove that, that would be the only part holding onto your finger. That would be uncomfortable. Alright, see how close that goes. Hopefully we're right there. We are. We're right exactly there. We have his ring size down to a science. It's supposed to go on this side, right under the 11, and when you turn it over, right under the 11. So we are close. Just feeling for any lip that might be there. Oh shit, we're gonna put a reed on this too. We're gonna add a reed to the other side. So I need to do that. So boom, right over the 11 on this side. And the other side should be right under the 11. Right under the 11. So this one is good to go. Just make sure it's even on here. Let's add that reed to it. Alright. So putting on the reeds. There we go. Let's put the tuners away. Got the macaroni. Well, macaroni. Let's go ahead and actually clean this cut side up first. So when we add the reeds, it'll look freaking sweet, yo. I'm gonna just kind of sand it off into kind of a, I want to keep it square like it is, kind of squared off. But I'm just taking the edge off here. So there's not much you need to do to it. If you round it off, then the reeds will look funny. So you just want to keep it square. And when I say square, I mean like, see how it's still flat? Hasn't been rounded off. It's flat. Just want to kind of make it look pretty. There we go. What's up, Robbie? Yeah, my press needs some work. It is 90% silver. Press needs some work. It needs some leveling. But I know how it works. I know the little things that are off on it. So the coin has its original reeded side, as you can see. which is pretty worn. Most 45s are pretty worn down. And this side doesn't have a reed, so we're going to just add it using what is called a rereader. Pretty simple. Rereader. It rereads. It reads. Kind of protect that other side, although should be fine. Just make sure we're centered on the rereader. And I'm going to give it a nice press. And because my press is a little off, I'm going to press it and then rotate it, making sure I'm hitting all those sides nice and hard. That's what she said. And one last one. And there we go. It's been rereaded. So now we got the shape, we got the size, and all is good there. So now we just need to clean out the part that we used to deburr, the silvery part. Mac just went back upstairs because he's waiting to go outside. And I'm going to take him right after this ring. And Ruby's upstairs with Mama because Ruby's too scared to go down the stairs now that we got wood floors. So she won't even come downstairs unless one of us brings her. So she's upstairs. She's with Mama. She's happier up there anyways. She's probably laying underneath the blanket right now. All warm. It's a 100-degree day here in Portland, so I'm trying to stay indoors. It's pretty miserable out there. But I have work to do. I have some coins, some sports card stuff I need to do today. I have 2 more rings that I have to do. I don't necessarily have to do them today, but today or tomorrow I'm going to get those done. I'll probably make those live as well, but we'll see. The weather last 2 weeks have been awful. Is it hot, Dr. Phil? Because, you know, I could deal with cold, but hot is just something that I'm over, you know. I worked, the last jobs I had working with the minor league baseball team was just hot as hell. Because they played, can't remember how it worked. It's a single A short league. So they did the whole season in 2.5 months. But it's like July 1st through September 10th or something like that, which is peak heat here in Oregon. And they had artificial turf, so you got those black, I don't know if you've ever watched a football game and you've seen someone get tackled and all those, and they come up with all these little black dots on them. What those are is they're like rubber. So it's like asphalt. So that if it's 90 degrees outside, the heat hitting that field radiates more heat. So it's actually like about 15 degrees hotter at the ballpark. So it was intense. It was basically 100 degrees every day. Holds the AstroTurf down. Is that what it does? yeah, it adds heat to the place too. It's crazy how much hotter it was. But I was pulling long days there, so I would come home and my head would radiate heat. Like I could hold my hand out here and just feel heat because my head was so damn hot. So we're just giving this a nice quick polish down so that I can give it a patina. Make all these details pop. Pop. And it'll be done. So I'm going to give it a quick patina in the other room. I'll bit off Bach. And guys, if you want to see this final product after it's been through a photo shoot action, just go check it out on Luke's Instagram at Luke's Coin Art, one word. So this is where it looks like after patina. It's some crazy colors. I use a liver of sulfur, which has a chemical reaction when added with hot water, which does this to metals, certain metals, silver being one of them. So we'll take our newly reeded edge, give it a light, hit it real light, show you where it's at now. This is our original reeded edge. Now we'll hit the inside. Show you the inside detail there. $1. And if you flip it over, you can see United States of America. And let's hit the outside. Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty's on my arm. Lady Liberty's on the coin. So it's Liberty, Liberty. And got the sun. 1945. And In God We Trust. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Gotcha, Dr. Phil. I didn't know what it was for. I thought maybe it had something to do with, like for baseball, it helps with the bounce, or maybe it makes it softer for the players to fall on and be tackled on. But holds the grass down. Makes sense to me, buddy. So that's it. Like I said, guys, if you want to check out, I'm going to do some real nice photos of it right now. And they should be on my Instagram in the next 10 minutes. And again, that's Luke's Coin Art. One word, Luke's Coin Art. Check it out, guys. I have a few more to do this week. So depending on when I decide to do them, and if I decide to do them while rocking out, I may wait, but bye-bye.